Namaste, my darling Virgos, my vivacious Virgos. Thank you so very much for joining me here this week. This reading is for November 17th to November 23rd. So, as a highlight for this week, this week brings a sacred dance, a cosmic breath, as Mercury, the planet of communication, transportation, travel, is doing its retrograde dance back into Cancer. So you may be finding little things are glitching up. It could be vehicles, electronics, just communication is off. And that normally happens during the time of a Mercury retrograde. We get that 3 to 4 times a year. But it's an amazing time to slow down. Okay, and then we to revisit, to align, to recalibrate what most matters to us in our life. It's time for a recalibration, if you will. Then we have Jupiter and Saturn, the outer planets guiding us towards greater wisdom and reminding us that when we take time to reflect, it creates transformation in our life. Okay, so take time to slow down and to reflect, to realign, to revise, to recalibrate, to center your life on what it is that really matters most to you right now. Okay, my darling Virgos. Now, this week, my darling Virgos, is all about rerouting your routine. Rerouting your routine. So what I'm getting from Spirit, my darling Virgos, is there has been some changes in your daily life, whatever that may look like. It could be a different job, different place, or different direction altogether. But there is a reroute in your life. So Mercury retrograde invites really a gentle reset in your daily habits. Check your schedule, your self-care, your energy flow, because this is a perfect time for our Virgos and for everybody really to declutter, to detox the body, mind, and spirit, but to also declutter and detox your space, right? Clear things up around your space, your home, get the energy flowing, declutter the negativity in your mind, the stress. Take better care of your body, your mind, your spirit. Your mantra, my darling Virgos, for this week is, I find peace in order. I find peace in order and beauty in balance. I find peace in order and beauty in balance. Okay, so this week is all about restructuring, rebalancing, recalibrating for our darling vivacious Virgos. So this week I'm going to pull 5 different cards from 5 different decks. I'm going to switch my screen now. There we go. Okay, my darling Virgo collective. I just want to say that if you know your ascendant or your moon sign as well as your sun sign, there's many sites that will give you that if you plunk your birthday in. But if you know your rising and your moon sign, also watch that reading as well, because it might give you a little bit more insight or inspiration on what's to come for this week. So I call in Spirit and the light of the divine, our angels and guides, to give me the best card for the Virgo collective. Please give me the best cards and messages for the Virgo collective. Okay. So this is your card, Virgo, for the, and this deck is all about the Chakra Oracle deck, the Chakra Oracle deck. So we all have energy centers in our body, and sometimes those energy centers could be misaligned. And so I've asked for Spirit to kind of guide each of the signs on what energy center to focus on for the week of November 17th to 23rd. This deck is about what your soul is asking of you. So it's your soul truth, the one I just pulled. This one here is an energy healing deck. So let's see. That one came out. So we'll take that. The third deck, my darling Virgos, is my Angel Tarot. Let's see what the angels have to say for our darling Virgos. Perfect. And the last deck, my darling Virgos, oh, 2 cards popped out as you see, so I'm going to take both of them because of the way they came out. Beautiful. So I'm just going to flip my screen and I'm going to give you these messages in the order that they came out. So let me just move them on this side so I can see the messages for my darling, for my vivacious Virgos. All right, my darling Virgos. Wow. You got some extra messages in there. Spirit was just popping that card, the last 2 out. So, very first card, my darling Virgos, is self-esteem. Self-esteem. Powerful, powerful card. Powerful message. Powerful energy center. This self-esteem comes from our solar plexus. It's in our gut. It's in our gut, okay? What I'm getting from Spirit for my darling Virgos is you could be having, you have an imbalance in the solar plexus energy center. The solar plexus is our gut. It's in our gut. It's bright yellow, and it represents power, control, intuition, knowingness, and pride, self-worth, self-love, confidence at its best, okay? Now, there could be some blockages in the solar plexus chakra, and you would know if you have any sort of digestion issues, if you have digestion issues, if you have any sort of autoimmune illness or issues, that would be an imbalance in the solar plexus, okay? And it may not be to that extreme, but that's a very good sign that your solar plexus is off. So always going to an energy healer can really help to rebalance the energy centers in our body, because it's not just physically doing something, it can be spiritually, energetically, that we need to rebalance to help us with more vitality and health in our life. So I feel as if though, my darling Virgos, that something may have recently transpired in your life that has questioned your own self-esteem and who you are in your life, where you are in your life at this time, okay? And what Spirit is saying to you is, my darling Virgos, it's time to remember really, who you are, what you stand for. You have so much. So whatever has recently transpired, it has created an imbalance in your self-worth, in your self-esteem. And you have to remember that circumstances in life, my darling Virgos, don't dictate who we are. Okay, so that's a very big message for you from Spirit today. You need to balance your solar plexus chakra. You need to bring in more confidence, more self-love, self-worth in your life, because you, my darling Virgos, are magnificent, magnificent. You are natural healers. You are leaders. You are such beautiful personalities. You like things in order. There's just so many beautiful traits about you. So whatever has recently transpired, my darling Virgos, it's time to let that go. That is not a reflection. Life circumstances are not a reflection of who you are. Okay, so it's a time of garnering your self-confidence, your self-worth, bringing more self-love into your life, okay? Knowing who you really are. This is the time to be strong and let that, and usually when our solar plexus is off, our gut could be off. Gut physically, but also, like I said, digestion issues and things like that. But also your intuition could be a little faded at this time, okay? So you might be taking things more personally than you need to because your intuition is off. So that's just something to kind of keep in mind. Okay, the next card you got is, what passion am I ready to pursue? What passion am I ready to pursue? So this is so spirit, you can't make this stuff up. So there's definitely been some sort of a transition or change in your life recently. Okay. And that has created a lot of feelings of not being worthy or not enough, but it's the circumstance. It's not you, my darling Virgos. But now spirit is asking you, your soul is asking you, what passion am I ready to pursue? Your passion, my darling Virgos, will continually lead you to your purpose. Okay. So when you do something, my darling Virgos, that you love, that will be your purpose. What passions have you put to the side? What passions have you given up on or buried? What passion is ready now, my darling Virgos, to come alive? That's the question that you need to ask yourself. And your soul action for the week of November 17th to 23rd is to write a list of passions to which you want to give life right now. What are some of the things that, that just stir your soul, my darling Virgos? That's what you need to write down. You need to think, what makes me passionate and happy? What do I love doing? Then journal how you can incorporate more of what you are passionate about into your daily life. Now, you could already have a day job or be doing something, but when we're passionate about something and we do something we really love, even if it's with our spouse, our partner, our family, something on the side, with friends, whatever it is, it ignites something within us, right? So that's what Spirit is asking of you. Trust your soul's whispering and let your passion draw you towards your dream life. So I'm really getting for you, Virgos, that there's something that you're very passionate about that you've kind of just put on the back burner because you've had other responsibilities, but it's those passions that will be very amazing for you in your life. It can bring you a great deal of money. Are you the type of person that likes to be around a lot of people? That could be a good leader, maybe starting a YouTube channel or something that you're passionate about. Are you good with the gym? Maybe you need to help others in that capacity. Whatever your passions are, that is what Spirit is asking you to ignite at this time. And by doing that, you are going to get more self-esteem, more self-confidence when you are doing something that you love, more self-worth. Okay, my darling Virgos? The next card, my sweethearts, is the healing oracle. Freedom through faith. Freedom through faith is the card that you get. Freedom through faith. And this is the crown chakra. The crown chakra, okay? So the two chakras that you're getting, that you're asking to balance, that need to be balanced, is your solar plexus and your crown chakra at the top of your head. Our crown chakra is where we receive divine guidance and downloads from Spirit, from God, from our angels, from our guides, okay? So those are the two chakras that are coming to me that need balancing at this time. Freedom of faith is the card. I claim my thoughts and rise above fear. I claim my thoughts and I rise above fear. I free myself of all doubt by entrusting my doubts to God. I free myself of all doubts by entrusting my doubts to God. Wow. So let go of fear, my darling Virgo. Something is bothering you. It's making you fearful. And it's time to release that, to let go and to let God. I have faith in God's perfect timing and placement. I trust His will and find freedom. So when we release our fears, our doubts, our anxieties, and we let go and let God, that's when God comes in and works through us, so that we can reclaim that passion, that true soul purpose that is meant for us, that brings happiness, joy, that brings self-esteem, self-confidence, self-worth. Okay, my darling Virgos? The next card that you got from the angels, the angel tarot, is Seven of Earth. Seven of Earth. Beautiful, beautiful card. Beautiful card. Look at that tree. Look at that tree if you can see it. It's fall here in the Northern Hemisphere, and that's what the trees are looking like right now. The message for you, for the Seven of Earth, my darling Virgos, is that you have planted your seeds well. You have planted your seeds well. So something has transpired in your life that has really taken your self-confidence, your self-worth, maybe even not knowing what direction you're going in next. It's caused uncertainty in your life. And Spirit is saying that you planted some very powerful seeds that are going to grow as you see this tree. It's a very strong tree and it's firmly planted into Mother Earth. Okay, my darling Virgos. So this may be a time of temporary pause in your life, but your seeds have been planted so strongly from where you came, my darling Virgos. You know, I really sense that you've had a very difficult upbringing or childhood or life, but you overcame that. And there were people in your life that could be partners, family, that kind of redirected. And you started to grow your, you started to plant seeds and grow yourself somewhere. Now, those seeds are blooming. They're blooming, my darling Virgos. But this is a time of reflection, because I did mention it's Mercury retrograde. It's time of pause, realignment, redirection in your life. But you are being asked to let go of all unnecessary worry. Let it go. Let it go. Freedom through faith. Let go. Let God. Okay, my darling Virgos? Now, you got 2 cards. So far, everybody got 1 from the Archangel Tarot. 2 very, very powerful archangels that come through for you. The first is beloved Archangel Raphael. His name means God heals. God heals. Now, I mentioned that the solar plexus was off, right? That's what Spirit is giving me, which is your gut. You could be having digestion issues, stomach related issues, something like that. It could be autoimmune, is what I'm hearing Spirit say. Archangel Raphael is saying healthy lifestyle. Healthy lifestyle. Look at how, and you saw me shuffle these cards, how they fit together, right? So you're being asked, my darling Virgos, to take better care of your body, your mind, and your spirit. It's time for rebalancing, okay? Eat a healthy diet. Get lots of sleep and rest and exercise more for more optimal health, okay? So I'm really feeling that there's a need for more balance in your life. It can't be too much work and not enough this, or too much exercise but not enough this. It's got to be balanced. So, and I really am hearing from my Virgos, what you eat or don't eat is really affecting you at this time. So pay attention to what you're eating. Pay attention to what works for your body and what doesn't. If you're getting stomach related issues or something, indigestion or something, it might be a good idea to see a dietitian or an energy healer or somebody who can even do allergy testing to see if maybe some of the things you're eating are not working with you, right? Because sometimes we don't know. So this is a time that Archangel Raphael, remember that name, call upon Archangel Raphael, especially with anything related to health. Because if you have any health issues, the more you call on this beautiful Archangel, the more you will get divine downloads, and certain people will come into your life, or you may get a message like the one you're getting today, or you'll be led towards somebody who can help you with whatever it is you're going through. Okay, my darling Virgos? Very last card, the beloved, the amazing Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael, my darling Virgos, with a card that says, remember who you are. Remember who you are, my darling, my vivacious Virgo. You are a powerful, loving, and creative child of the Creator. The source is within you. It's part of you, my darling Virgos. So you're being asked to remember who you are, because if something has happened in your life that has really made you feel not enough or not confident, that has put down your self-esteem or your self-worth, the Archangel of all angels, he who is like God, Archangel Michael, comes forward and says, my darlings, remember who you are. You're powerful, you're creative, and God's power is within you. Okay, remember to call on Archangel Michael. I cannot stress enough, when we call on these archangels, our lives change in miraculous ways. Well, my darling Virgos, my vivacious, darling, beautiful Virgos, I hope that this message resonated with you, that it brought you some inspiration. Please make sure, if you know your moon sign or your rising sign, that you also watch that reading. It might have a little bit of information for you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But most of all, I hope that it inspired you even a little bit this week. Well, my darlings, that was your message for November 17th to 23rd. I hope that you have a magnificent week ahead, my darling Virgos. All my love. Namaste.